We're here at the Hocking County Hill Climb, talking to past champion Earl Bowlby. Earl, you've been a competitor for many years. Now you're a promoter. What's going on here?
Well, I'm just a promoter's helper. The Professional Hill Climbers is promoting this hill climb today.
This is your first ever hill climb that you promoted, or just picking up something from years ago?
Back in the amateur days, we promoted amateur hill climbing in the Logan area.
But this is the first time on this hill?
This is the first time on this hill. This hill was full of trees 6 months ago and rocks, and the bulldozer operator took everything out for us.
Including the operator himself, or is he still alive?
He was worried a little bit a couple times there.
Describe the hill, because it's steep.
The hill is steep. It's not a real long hill. Up to the big breaker, it's about 170 feet. And on past the breaker, there's another 100 foot of just roll over hill. But the first 170 feet is going to be a very tricky, tough hill to ride.
The way I said, it looks like the first 10 feet is going to be the one where they make it or not.
No, I think that's the easy part.
Is there? Right?
Yeah. I think the tough part's going to start up there about 90 to 120 feet. That's where it's really going to get tough.
What do you say the percentage of grade is on this?
The percent grade, I'm going to guess, is 80%. I'm not sure how accurate I am. We never measured it.
It looks like you're pretty close. That's what I'd guess it to be, somewhere between 75 to 80. It's short, but what kind of time you expect to see the fast time set on it?
I'm going to have to say between 5 and 6 seconds. I don't know how close that is, but
you think they can do it that quick? Huh?
Well, we'll see.
It's going to be 2 jumps and they're gone, right?
We got some fast riders out there, and somebody's going to go fast.
We're here at the Hocking County Class A Hill Climb, and we're talking to Mark Swann. Mark, where's hometown?
Indianapolis, Indiana.
What have you ridden up to this year? What type of machines?
Norton's, up until this year.
Especially on the hills.
Off and on since 1987.
Have you always rode the big machines?
Yes, I have. Always rode the big machines, 750 and bigger.
And what's about the best year you've had so far, Mark?
I haven't. I'm still practicing and taking a little leadership from Earl here. And he's, up until this year, I've just been trying to get the feel of the hill and what it's like to ride one of those nitro bikes. And it's a handful.
Definitely a handful. You've ridden Norton's, but now I understand you've changed brands. Let's talk a little bit about the BSA here. What's yeah, all right.
Well,
give us a little bit of background on what your change of brands have been.
Well, I got married, and I decided to take a year off after I blew my motorcycle up at Goshen, or I'm sorry, at the Dayton Hill Climb. And I thought it's a good time to take a year off and get used to being married to start with. And then at the end of the last year, I was talking to Earl. He asked me if I was going to be at the hill climb, and he had asked me if I had a motorcycle to ride, and I said yes, and I did ride a motorcycle with a friend of mine's. And at that time, I had the idea that Earl was going to let me ride that day, but I just didn't have the nerve to call him back and ask him if he was going to offer the bike. So later that winter, we were talking, and he offered the bike to me, and everything was a reasonable deal, and I feel real fortunate to be able to ride that motorcycle.
Okay, here we are at the Hocking Valley Professional Hill Climb, and we've got a special guest with us, Jimmy Clark. Jimmy, it's been a long time since you've hurt your back at the Devil's Staircase Hill Climb, and here you got the T-shirt on. Plan on coming back into competition?
Thought entered my mind, but I don't know.
Well, how far did it get in before you shut the door on it?
Well, I'm here today watching, so this may give me the ambition to really want to do it again.
Yeah.
But the main thing is finding a mechanic.
Well, let me ask you something, Jim. You was a professional hill climber for how many years until you hurt yourself?
17.
And you won the national championship in the 500 class how many times?
3.
Did you ever run this big class?
Yes, I did.
And how'd you do there?
I won the national championship there one time.
There you go. So you've won on both sides. And you hurt your back down at Oregonia what year?
I believe it was in 88.
And you haven't ridden since then?
I haven't been to a hill climb since then.
Oh, is that right? You stayed clear away from it, huh?
I didn't want to get the fever back.
Well, I can understand that. How severely were you hurt?
I broke my third vertebrae up and just basically cracked it where it put it at an angle. It healed great, but it's all fine and dandy now.
You're back to 100%?
Oh yeah.
And you feel like you could actually climb one of them things if you wanted to?
If I wanted to, I feel I could.
What do you got in the garage, Jim? Anything at all?
I got a couple old beezers in the garage, but they're far from being hill climbers.
Well, what was you riding when you hurt yourself? You was on a beezer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You've always been a beezer man.
Yeah. I got all the parts to put one together. It's just a matter of putting it together.
In other words, it's just a matter of overcoming the reluctancy to get back in the saddle, maybe?
Exactly. Exactly.
I can understand. Jim, where's hometown?
South Bloomingville, Ohio,
Where's that at?
in Hocking Hills.
You're how far from home in?
Well, probably about 25 mile.
Just a spit and a holler over the next hill then, huh?
Oh yeah. Rock throwaway.
Well, you've been a hill climber for 18 years. Tell me what you think about this hill. It scares me, and I'm fearless.
It's muddy.
It's also steep, too, Jim.
Yeah, it's steep, but it's nothing like Mount Smalley used to be in Chillicothe. You couldn't even walk up that hill.
I don't think I could walk up that one. It takes 2 good legs for one thing.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be tough to walk up this one because it's so muddy.
Well, this is you guys' first professional hill climb as sponsors. What do you think of this being a competitor and a worker, too?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a real good hill climb today, and I think that you're going to have a lot of fast times.
About 105 foot.
Okay, we're over here in the pits now with the Everetts. We got
Lee, Mike, and Scott.
And Scotty, you was a past national champion, right?
Past national champion.
This is another year.
Another year, yeah. I finished number 4 last year and had some bad luck last year and finished 4. I dropped down from number 3 to 4. I missed last week's hill climb in Allentown because I broke a gear in my transmission. It went through the bottom of the cases on Friday night. So missed last week's hill climb. So points for this year are pretty much history.
Well, you still got a lot of events to go. You've only this will be the 3rd climb this year, won't it?
Fourth climb. We had Middlebury, Indiana, York, Pennsylvania, Freemansburg 2 weekends ago, and now this one, round 4.
And so how many points have you got so far?
Let me think. Let's say about 12 or 15 right in there. Probably sitting 7th or 8th or so, I would think, right now.
Well, you're still in the hunt. Still got a long time to go. Whose machine am I standing in front of here?
This is mine.
Tell us about it.
Well, it's a 540cc Triumph, all chromed up, as you can see. I probably have more money in cosmetics in this motorcycle than I do anything else. Been a real good bike. I've owned it for 6 years. A guy by the name of Bob Crowder from Milford, Michigan originally built this bike, and then Danny Halcomb from Rochester Hills has kind of taught me what's in it, how to fix it, how to do just about everything in it. And in fact, when the gear went through the transmission, we freshened this engine all up and got it ready to go for today. It's really running good.
Well, there's nothing sounds any prettier than a big old twin when she's on song, is there?
Yeah, when it's on nitro, that's right. There's nothing better than that.
They thought Beethoven could write music, but he didn't know anything about it, did he? Well, let's go back to Everett. Everett, how's things going with you?
I'm the senior of the bunch. These are my 2 boys. Scott's the oldest, and Mike just joined the team this year. This is his 1st year. We're all 3 of us ride Triumphs. That's because I started off in 1964 with a Triumph as an amateur, and we just stayed with them. We have a lot of tools and a lot of parts, and they are competitive, and so we've stayed with Triumphs. I've been hill climbing since 1964. Started as a professional in 1987. That's when Scott and I got together, and Mike just graduated from college this May, and so he's able to join us this year.
Well, Lee, it's got to be a lot of fun to do something like this with your kids, right?
I'm really proud of both of them, and it's a lot of fun. We camped right here at the hill last night and get to talk to the other riders, and you know, you get to see a lot of parts of the country that was telling Mike on the way down that I've never been in this part of Ohio, and I just love the hills.
Attention here at the foot of the hill. At the foot of the hill. If you are within this roped-in area here, the Everett, out of Haydenville, Pennsylvania. and will not be charged. Charlie, figure out down about the 50-foot marker.